56. Lucky 56. Leopard. Leopard.
Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 31 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Gone!
Off the play fake. Kane. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Well, they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Off-play action. Kane. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They will run it. It's McKissick. And the window closes quick. Quickly, he'll only get up to the 22-yard line.
Right there. All day, baby. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Over! Detroit! Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Murray now. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Von Miller in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill, and he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Carolina getting set to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
A gain of 6 there on first. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
From the gun on third down, Kane. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And that will force a turnover on downs. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. On first and 10, Murray. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers. And on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And Murray fighting, lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Following the fumble recovery, Kane flushed out right. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right?
And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Whenever we call a game that's in the snow, we have to focus a little bit more, trying to make sure we've got the right numbers on players that we're calling, right? The right guys in the game. Think about the guys on the field. Their focus has to really increase as well because so many things coming at you. You got to make sure that you're really locked in on taking care of the ball.
Or if you don't, you cough it up like they did right there. 5 yards on the catch there brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. On the handoff, this is Howard. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here, 3rd and a yard.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they would have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
This is Howard on second down. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. They pitch out to Howard. The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A give to Howard. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive. And normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let him down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Detroit! Detroit!
On first down, Kane flush to his right. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Off the play fake. Kane. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The tackle made there by Tack McKinley. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On third down, Murray being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, they run with Howard. Finding some room at midfield. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Okay, let's face it. Most of the offensive linemen in today's NFL, they're going to weigh over 300 pounds, but that doesn't mean they don't have agility. And the way that they can get out in front of a runner and create a space, sometimes it looks like they're going in one direction, and the runner uses his eyes to take him in another direction because it's been blocked so well. Love those misdirection or counter plays, and this one worked really well for a nice piece of yardage.
Running with Howard. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Howard. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Throwing on 1st down. Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Beck. 12 yards there as they move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this. They run with Howard and able to push his way forward here for a good. Little gain. And they'll run it here. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Back 99 Philly, here we go!
On 1st and goal, Howard. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Murray. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The Panthers are going to take another timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And Elliott puts this one through. And that will make it 6-0. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw on 2nd down. Kane forced out to his left. And Hill with it over the middle. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They give him a gain of 38. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook.
Now Howard stripped. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Over! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Looking to throw. Murray. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. And in this weather, and I know you weren't a quarterback, you were on the defensive side of things, but how hard is it to throw that football?
It can't be easy because you never know how the moisture is going to affect things, and each quarterback handles it differently. Some of them are a little bit better than others. Depends on whether they'll wear a glove, not wear a glove. How cold is it? You know, all those things go into it. But it goes to everything else. Keeping your footing when you're running routes. Supposedly you have the advantage as a receiver. You know where you're going, but that's not easy as well. Finally, just locating the ball when it finally comes through the snow. Kids love it. Kids love snow. Players, not so much at times.
So they need 2 yards here on third down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back.
And he's going to go down again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Throwing on third and long. Kane. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him yet again, and he must be shell-shocked back there. That's now back-to-back-to-back sacks, and it's 4th down. Take it at the 37. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
On first, they go right back to Howard. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And they'll go on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Leopard! Over!
He's going to get it running right. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will bump up the lead again to 12-0. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. On 1st and 10, Kane escaping the pressure right. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Give him 30 yards there. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On first down, Kane. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back to throw. Kane, he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Gano out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. Able to push his way through. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Dancing to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try to run for it with Howard. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Operating from the gun, Murray. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Off play action. Kane. His throw incomplete. Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Gone! Watch him now, Barney!
Back to throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spot.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Gano out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. eluding the pressure right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Back to throw. Flushed out right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Gano the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. And what a ride it has been. NFC champs, they have punched their ticket to the biggest show in sports.
And what a way to get there, to go the entire season and then play for the right to go to the Super Bowl and the right to call themselves NFC champs. Elation has to abound.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl. All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. I'm Brandon Gaudin. To my left is my good friend Charles Davis, and what a thrill to be here for the biggest one of them all, the Super Bowl. And it seems to get bigger every year. The lights get brighter. The cameras more numerous. I don't know. There's just so much that goes into this game. It's an honor to be here, isn't it?
It is an honor, and I can't wait to... It's going to be a whole lot of fun. You're my partner, my best friend. I can't imagine being anywhere else but right here with you. And just think about it this way. You mentioned the magnitude. This is no longer just a game for America or even North America. This is worldwide. People watching from just about every country in the world. This is impressive.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and just about ready to roll. And he'll weave his way up, all the way up, a few yards shy of midfield.
But that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Throwing on first down. Kane to Barkley on the check down. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Kane. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Man open left side is Brown. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and get loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Detroit! Over!
Looking to throw on second down. Kane escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
On every snap, a defense is trying to establish who they are, but on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are, and that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down. Alongside the former defensive back, Charles Davis.
Detroit! Detroit!
A handoff to Fournette. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
This is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. Carolina getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Looking to throw. Kane. He's going to wind up in it. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A.J. Bouye with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that makes the score 21-0. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Gone! Detroit!
Throwing again. Kane eluding the pressure right. Quick slant caught by Moore. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. He got 29 yards that time.
Detroit!
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Flush. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Lucky 56. Detroit!
To throw on 3rd down. Kane. And he's got his target. That's Moore. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. from the gun. Kane steps away to his left. And his throw here's incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine cornerback, there to make the play defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
I don't even have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. On second down, here's Fournette. Fournette, first down, still going. And down to the 29-yard line. That one good for 33. In a first. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They begin with a run by Barkley. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down inside Carolina's 15. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Good.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Looking to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And Lambeau will put this one through. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good 3-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. The never-tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's a give to Fournette. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made by K'Wan Short.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll check this one off to Fournette. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Back to to throw here. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
No. Check. Patriot.
He'll get it up the middle. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And it's up and good. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They just yielded a touchdown on the other end. Now they'll be trying to answer the bell and get a score of their own.
It's their opportunity to match. Can they do exactly what they just saw happen to them? Go down the field and score a touchdown. And to me, the best way to do it, look at your play sheet coordinator and call plays for guys that make the best plays for you. Go to the guys that you know can get the ball down to the end zone.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. That is incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Miles Jack can just flat out cover. Doesn't matter who's out there, and he can do it really well in man. How about what he just did there in zone, though? Eyes in the right place, saw where the ball was going, reacted appropriately, and knocked it away.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing a shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
Brandon, that's a tough guy right there. He knew that was going to happen. In other words, they had to absorb that hit. How about him securing the football, churning the legs a little bit, and gaining what he needed for a first down?
Well, that's the deal. On third down, these guys, they know where the sticks are. He obviously knew right there.
And if you want to be a dependable third down receiver, you've got to be willing to absorb those types of hits and make those sort of plays.
To throw on second down, Kane. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. They go play action here on first down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. Back to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 10 more there and another first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll drop the throw, and this is going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as well. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Carolina getting set to take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and with their offense.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault.
Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a second and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. On the move into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the...
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
And, Brandon, this is where it pays to have a big back who can take over a football game, especially in the fourth quarter when you've got the lead, your ability to not just wear people down, but close games out.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That good for 19 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys got to make a lot of tackles.
Buying time, and he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Carl Lawson in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Carl Lawson in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every...
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Risky.
It is so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart. In this case, not so genius. I do admire that he went for it.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a pickup of 16 there that'll lead to a new set of downs. Now Saquon Barkley. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Time for a break. We're back to crown a champion after this.
Gun! Leopard! Leopard! Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Kane escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd down, Kane. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
On 1st and 10, Kane. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense, because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. And that touchdown there, it's not going to get them a win. It makes things a little more respectable.
Yeah, a little more palatable going out in this ball game. A little something to build on going into the next game, but it won't alter the final score.
This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right? And sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Again, it's Fournette. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out, and it's picked up by the Panthers, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Off play action. Kane. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Dalvin Tomlinson busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively, because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Out to his left. Now he'll throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And the Jaguars have done it. Jacksonville, the Super Bowl champion.